Captain James Cole thought he was serving his country, but his final mission, a setup. His team wiped out, the mission buried, branded a traitor, and left to be forgotten. But their one mistake changed it all. Now he's coming back for revenge, unraveling a conspiracy so big it will shatter the foundations of reality. This is Project Genesis.
We should have killed him. He knows. And he's coming for us.
The door shatters inward like it's been hit by a wrecking ball. His door. He knows the sound, knows it deep in his bones. It yanks him violently into a memory. The jungle heat, the sharp scent of smoke and sweat, the sound of artillery shaking the earth. Vietnam. But there's no time to process. No time to panic. Only action. He throws himself toward the nightstand. Instinct. Training. His hand reaches. Empty. Where's the damn gun? A surge of fear grips his chest like a vice. The drawer is open. No cold steel waiting. Before he can even twist around, shadows fill the room. They're already here. Half a dozen of them, faces half lit in the broken glow of the hallway lights spilling in. Combat boots thud against the hardwood floor, guns raised. He always figured it might end like this, but never while lying down, never unarmed. A voice echoes in his head, raspy, southern, commanding. Sergeant James Mox. Back then he'd hated the guy. All bark, all grit. But over time, the hate softened. Respect crept in. Mox's words, always sharp and strange, come back now. Son, if you need to fight, never do it on your back. It never made sense, until now. His breathing steadies. Eyes scan the room. Faces, postures, weapons. Cartel, no doubt. But why him? A flicker of recognition. Cortez? That name. Yes. His neighbor. The single mom next door, Annabelle, mentioned a Cortez moving in down the hall once. One of those hallway chats where time was tight and words even tighter. He was never good at small talk, just the occasional morning, take care, to avoid seeming cold. But she had a way of grounding him, probably because she was always juggling a job, a toddler, and 1,000 invisible weights, and still managed to smile. He'd never admit it, but her strength impressed him. Still, he kept his distance. After discharge, that was his rule. No connections, no regrets, no more pain. But pain had found him again. Where is Cortez? The voice is loud, accented, angry. We know you're hiding him, Asa. His blood runs cold. They have the wrong apartment. He tries to recall his hostage negotiation training. It had been a formality, just another box to check for special ops. Lieutenant Cartwright taught that course. A woman with eyes like ice and a presence that turned entire rooms into silence. She'd said something that stuck. Words and phrases matter more than you think. But he's not allowed to speak. A sudden, crushing slam to his cheekbone. Blackness. A warm trickle down his face. Blood. Another blow. Gut punch. He folds. Can't breathe. He's been winded before. It'll pass. Then, Another hit to the head. Darkness. He wakes, head throbbing, vision blurred. He's tied to a chair, ankles, wrists, tight. The room smells like sweat, blood, and cheap cologne. Screams pierce the air. A child's cry, high-pitched, panicked. Annabelle's daughter. Then he hears a struggle. They drag Annabelle into the room. A brute has her by the hair, her feet dragging across the floor. Her face is smeared with blood, her eyes wild with terror and disbelief. Tears fall freely down her cheeks. If you don't show us where Cortez is, this puta gets it. He has never seen someone look so broken and so strong at once. He clenches his jaw. I don't know any Cortez, he says. He wants to scream, you have the wrong goddamn apartment. But he remembers Cartwright's words. Stay measured, stay sharp. We know you're hiding him, old man. Old man. He thought he still looked 55. Maybe a hard 55, but still. They see someone weak, disposable. That's their mistake. Adrenaline surges. He visualizes the attack, snap zip ties, disarm the guard, take the rifle, neutralize the rest. Just like Kuwait, 97. Extraction mission gone sideways, outnumbered 7-1. They made it out. Barely. Bam! Another hit, back of the skull, darkness, again. He comes to, slowly, groggily. A sharp pain blooms at the base of his skull like a firecracker set off inside his head. He blinks, once, twice. The world returns in fragments. Blurred light, distant sounds, the stench of blood and sweat and fear. They're gone. Silence fills the room like smoke after an explosion. He gasps, struggling to sit up. His vision lags a second behind his movements. The ache in his neck pulls like a hook. Annabelle? Nothing. Only the faint hum of a refrigerator down the hall and the sickening drip, drip of something wet hitting the floor. The legs of the chair beneath him are soaked. Blood, still warm, still slick, not yet coagulated. 5, maybe 10 minutes unconscious, he guesses. Not long, but long enough. And now they're gone. Rage wells up in his chest, red and blinding. It explodes out of him with a feral yell, raw, guttural. He pulls hard against the restraints. Snap. The zip ties give way like brittle plastic. His wrists scream as circulation floods back in, and he sends the broken remains of the chair crashing across the room. His favorite chair. Made it himself. Took weeks. He remembered reading some self-help article years ago. Make something with your hands. It'll help rebuild what the war took. Didn't work. He poured hours into that chair, sanding, shaping, staining. Each stroke meant to bring peace, but all it ever did was remind him of what he was trying to forget. That last mission. The one that buried his team. And almost buried him. He could still see their faces. He stumbles to his feet. Blood rushes to his head. Disoriented. Dizzy. But focused. He moves to the desk, yanks open the drawer. There it is. His pistol. A Sig Sauer P226. Matte black, clean, and familiar. Freshly oiled from the night before. He didn't want to stain the nightstand, he remembers. Funny the small things your brain clings to during chaos. He slams the magazine in, racks the slide, chambered. His breath steadies, his pulse doesn't. He moves, fast. Across the hall, Annabelle's door is splintered inward, hanging from one hinge like a busted jaw. Inside, devastation. The living room looks ransacked, couch cushions gutted, drawers pulled out and dumped. Coffee table shattered, children toys scattered across the floor, crushed beneath boot prints. A baby blanket hangs off the edge of the couch like a ghost clinging to the last moment of peace. The kid, gone. A trail of blood droplets arcs from the hallway entrance toward the back bedrooms. She always kept the place pristine, spotless, not even a dish in the sink. The chaos here feels like a desecration. He swallows hard and steps deeper inside, weapon drawn. "Annabelle," he calls out softly. Hope meets futility in his tone. Still nothing. He follows the blood trail to the hall, out through the front again, down the corridor. Apartment 308. The door is ajar, swaying slightly, squeaking on its hinges. He pushes it open with the muzzle of his pistol. A body slumped against the hallway wall just outside the bathroom. Male, late 30s, maybe early 40s. Slender build, covered in blood. The man's shirt is riddled with holes. A spray of bullet wounds bloom across his chest like red roses. His face is swollen and broken. One eye is completely shut. Jaw broken, lips split and hanging. But it's not the injuries that stop him cold. It's the weapon lying inches from the man's limp hand. An MP5. Military issue. Special Operations Standard. He knows it too well. That smooth curve of the magazine, the worn leather strap hanging from the stock. He clears the apartment, room by room. "Clear," he shouts, the word echoing off the drywall. His voice doesn't even sound like his own anymore. Living room, kitchen, closet, bathroom. No one.
He survived the war, but the real enemy was waiting at home. Like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments where you're tuning in from. Cole's fight has just begun.
He kneels by the body. His fingers tremble as he reaches for the head, slick with blood, and gently tilts it back. Dark hair falls away from the face, and there it is. The breath leaves his lungs. That can't be, but it is. First, Sergeant Diego Navarro. Sombra, the ghost, the shadow. His senior enlisted, his friend, his brother, dead, right here in front of him. But Navarro died years ago, on that mission, in the jungle, that mission. It was supposed to be a precision strike. Secure and extract a high-value asset. Eliminate a list of cartel-linked targets. They were told it was government-sanctioned. But from the start, something felt wrong. Satellite uplink cut out mid-op. Comms scrambled. Intel seemed too clean. And the recon photos didn't match the terrain. Then, boom. First IED took out their rear. Fuse and Ghost were gone before he even turned. Sniper fire rained down from nowhere. Hawk tried to get higher ground. Never came back. Doc bled out, covering Brick's flank. Brick took 3 to the chest, returning fire. Blake, last man standing with him, gutted while trying to reach the evac point. And Navarro wasn't supposed to be in the building. He'd swapped assignments last minute. Swap with him. It was Cole who was supposed to breach the compound, lead the charge. But Diego stepped in. Said it didn't feel right. Said he'd go instead. He never came out. The building collapsed in flames minutes later. Cole saw it. The fire, the smoke, the silence. 6 names buried in one day. 6 caskets that never came home. And now, one of them is here. Dead. Again. What does that even mean? Cole sits back on his heels, blinking hard, trying to ground himself. His heart slams against his ribs. Why now? Why show up like this, years later, only to die all over again? Unless Navarro never died at all. Was he taken? Did he survive? Or worse, was he playing both sides? His eyes scan the apartment. It's a mess. Turned over like someone was searching for something. Not a robbery, a sweep. Targeted, deliberate. He rises, breath catching in his throat. Then, The corner of his eyes catches something. He sees it. A baseboard in the far corner of the bedroom, just slightly ajar. Off kilter. Odd. Too clean around the edges. No dust where there should be. He walks over, crouches, gently slides his fingers into the seam. It comes loose with a click. Behind it, wedged into the hollow space, is a flash drive. Unmarked. Matte black. Small. He turns it over in his hand. His gut twists. Navarro hid this. Whatever's on it. It's the reason he died. He knows it. Suddenly, a click. Metal. Cold steel presses against the back of his neck. A voice. Low, controlled, familiar in that way only old ghosts can be. On your feet, Cole. Drop your weapon. With hands in the air, the gun pivots on his index finger, slowly dropping down to place the pistol on the floor. The voice continues. Hand over the flash drive. Cole lifts his hand slowly, pulse thundering. I don't know who you are. Save it. I've been watching this place for weeks. You just got lucky. Another step behind him. Heavy boots. He recognizes the posture. This isn't some punk. It's someone trained, disciplined. Ex-CIA? Cole asks softly. No answer. Only the barrel pressing harder. You've been hunting Navarro, haven't you? Cole whispers, waiting for him to crack. Still no reply, but the silence speaks volumes. You work for Beckett? Cole pushes. This time, the man laughs. Cold, humorless. I was Beckett, he yells. Colonel Beckett, a former SEAL and the brainchild behind Project Genesis. An elite task force handpicked from the best across all branches. Operators forged in shadow, missions that never made the news. They were ghosts in the system, designed to strike where diplomacy failed and deniability was everything. No flags, no insignia, just purpose. Cole stiffens. Beckett had aliases, old ghosts. And now, one of them is standing behind him, cleaning up what's left. Loose ends, like Navarro, like him. Last chance, the man says. Hand it over. Cole closes his eyes. The air is thick, heavy. He doesn't move. A pause. Cole drops hard, shoulder hitting the floor. His hand finds the pistol. Cold, familiar. Bang. A round punches through the air, missing his head by inches. He spins, firing 3 quick shots as he crawls backward, boots scraping wood. Gunfire erupts. Sparks jump from the walls. Cole hurls himself behind the bed frame, heart pounding like war drums in his chest. A deafening crack shatters the air. Drywall erupts beside his shoulder, spraying dust and splinters across his face as another bullet tears through the room. Glass shatter. Across the chaos, the CIA ghost crashes through the doorframe, diving into the hallway like a dying breath. He scrambles backward, spine pressed to the jagged edge of a broken wall, chest heaving, blood smearing across his sleeve from a graze he doesn't yet feel. Outside, just beyond the threshold, his partner freezes, as if pinned by indecision. The 2 men lock eyes across the wreckage. Silhouettes in the flickering light, their breath sharp and ragged like wolves, sensing the kill. The apartment falls still. Distant sirens fill the air. Cole on one side, the ghost and his partner on the other. And between them, it lies. The flash drive. Unassuming, gleaming, like a shard of truth pulled from the throat of a lie. Everything they've killed for, everything they've buried, right there on the floor, exposed.
Follow Cole as he unravels the truth behind the mission that destroyed his team and the system that betrayed them. New episodes dropping soon. This is just the beginning.